vibe, stay blessed and shit. This is your boy blkfinesse. We here to watch Amazing Viz as usual. This one's called Weird Looking Tank Size Comparisons. Okay, so I'm thinking this is tanks that were built but probably never used, or probably just weird in general. They probably were used or were produced, and they're just weird in general. So I know this is 9 months ago, so which means I should be able to read them. All right, get right into it. Amazing Viz, keep doing your thing as usual. Let's go. As usual, I gotta mute the music. Can't have no copyright. All right, got the Hulk baby tank. What the hell is this? One man tank. Okay, one man tank equipped with an engine and capable of self-propulsion with a crawler. The ornament is a dummy, and the barrel-like thing on the front is an exhaust pipe. The barrel-like thing in the front is an exhaust pipe. Wow. Okay, you got the Rusaki tank, escape tank. This is, I'm not sure what country that is. Oh, it's a sect tank. Okay, so this tank was made by a man who wanted to use it for crossing the sect state border in 1970. However, the engine failed, and then he went to Austria by bike. What do you need to go in a tank for? This is during the 70s. Okay, I seen these. The Kugelpanzers. So this is a ball tank. So I think I've seen these in like maybe Battlefield or something, but they're rare. It doesn't really show how many were produced. Okay, so you got a main ornament dummy. The Kugelpanzer literally translate as spherical tank. One-man reconnaissance tank with an armored shell and a viewport. Its whole armor is only 5mm thick. So basically, it just rolls and you're shooting a gun through it. Ugh. I've seen this one before. This is it's a French one, right? I think. Oh no, this is British. Okay. Renault UE 57. Okay. Nicknamed the Rat. It do look like a rat. A tank destroyer proposal based on the Renault UE, mounting a British 6-pounder gun. One prototype was manufactured, so just a prototype. So it was never used. It was built, but never used. But it was just it was just built, but yeah, never used. All right, so we got another. This is a Russian Empire tank. Okay, Vez de Colt. This is first true tank developed in the Russian Empire. The word Vez de Colt means anywhere goer, and in modern Russian means all-terrain vehicle. It looks like an all-terrain vehicle. It's just a big shell. It's like a snail, maybe. Okay, this is British. Really? Okay, I'm still trying to get used to the flags changing, because I know the flags change over time. It looks like a tough tank. It ain't weird. There's 2 turrets. The Vickers MKE Type A, also known as the Vickers 6-ton tank, is a British light tank developed by Vickers Armstrongs in the 1930s. Model armed with a twin machine gun turret. I don't see an issue with this. This ain't weird. Looks like it would have done damage had it been used. That just looks like a vehicle. It looks like a robot. Okay, you got the NI tank or the NL tank. I'm not sure which letter that is. The NI was only intended to be a bluff in order to fool the Germans into thinking the Soviets had more armored vehicles. This is in 41. Really? I mean, they did have armored vehicles, but why use that as a fool? You're just wasting resources. Okay, so this is French. This is now French, right? Okay. So, Char Pugiot, it does look a little weird. Okay, developed by Pugiot during the World War I. World War I, the tank ended up roughly similar to the Renault FT-17, but lacked a turret. It was canceled. Okay, it's a small barrel too. That don't look weird. Just look futuristic. Okay, so this is 1955. This is also a French tank, right? At this point, forget the countries, because I'm just not going up. ELC even 90. Okay, featured an oscillating turret with a cupola for the gunner. The turret itself was offset to the left in order to make room for the driver's compartment in the hole, which means both parties couldn't see shit. Got it. Why don't you just put it under the turret? But I get it. 1955. Just after World War II. And I think the Cold War was going on or something like that. And the Vietnam War was in the 70s, maybe. I could be wrong, in the 50s. All right, so I guess we're getting to the heavier tanks. All right, so oh my gosh, what the? There's a bunch of bazookas on it. Okay, M50 Ontos. M50 Ontos mounted 106mm M40 recoilless rifles, which could be fired in rapid succession against single targets to increase the probability of a kill. They should have used it. That don't look tough. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. All right. For the FCM 36, 1933. That's FCM 36. Here we go, fucking up the words. I'm reading too fast. Was developed from 1934 to replace the Renault FT. Featured some advanced technology such as a diesel engine and an extensive use of welded sloped armor. Pretty dope. Alright, so this is a spec, right? Or Swedish. Yeah, I can never remember the countries. Just forget the country. 1965. Okay, it's a very long barrel. IKV 90B. Developed in 1965 to 66 as part of the competitive search for a light tank by the Swedish Ministry of Defense. An unusual placement for the gun at the rear. Yeah, it is pretty unusual. I don't know. Maybe it could be for accuracy. This just looks like a giant armored truck. Okay, but I get it. There's the windows in the front too. 1916. Is that windows? The Schneider CA1, first French tank. Got it. First French tank developed during the World War I, widely used in combat during the last war years. 400 were built. Okay, I didn't know that. Why didn't I see that in like Battlefield 1? Oof, I remember seeing that one. Okay, so you get a track layer best 75. 1916. A US produced prototype tank. Only a few models were used. The tank trained with the California National Guard. I wonder why it's never been used. It looked like the barrel at the tops were the cannons, but it looked like it's being blocked by this little barrel in the front. Okay, you got the Samoa SAU-40. Designed on the basis of the S-35 and S-40 vehicles, the design featured a modified upper part of the armored hull with the 75mm casemate MLE 1929 gun. Look at that. Okay, it looks very weird. Wow, looks like a hot air balloon on wheels. Okay, and this is by the U.S. Wow, first nuclear power tank. It's a nuclear power tank? I know that. It's 1955. Okay, the Chrysler TV8. Really? Okay. Equipped with nuclear-powered engine that could propel it from Paris to Moscow and back within enough fuel to stop in Odessa, Ukraine, along the way. Which means it lasted for a very long time. Interesting. Question was it ever used in combat? 1935, ARL V39. Muzzle velocity, it looks like a Bear 50 cal on a tank. Reached 400 milliseconds for high explosive rounds and 570 milliseconds for armor piercing rounds. 2 prototypes were completed by 1940. Why was it never used? It don't look like it looked like a monster. Oh jeez, really? This is I don't know what this is. Bob Simple, most successful tank of all time. Why have I never seen this? This is 1940. Completely terrified the Japanese so much that they refused to go anywhere near New Zealand in fear that they would be defeated and be forced to surrender. Okay. Wow. I didn't know that was even built. So is this a size comparison? It is a size comparison, so we're gonna get bigger. Okay, it's gonna get weirder. Bigger and weirder. It's heavier. Okay, look at, oh my god. Okay, I remember that one. So they got the candle defense light. Okay, secret weapon. CDL was a British secret weapon of the World War II. Use of powerful carbon arc searchlight mounted on Matilda tank for nighttime attacks. I do remember seeing something like that, which means you can stand up in it. I see Shadow the Hedgehog, the Matilda Hedgehog. Ooh, that's not weird. It looks very nice. Tank mounted spigot mortar. Okay. Matilda Hedgehog was a Matilda tank equipped with the Hedgehog anti-submarine spigot mortar. 6 were built, which means it was built to take out submarines, which means it's more like a sea type of tank. Why is it pink? What the fuck? It couldn't have been pink. I think this is just part of the patrolling. M3 Lee, 1941. Okay, the Russians called the M3 a grave for 7 men in the anime Girls and Panzer. The M3 Lee is used by the Rabbit team of Aurora Academy. Aurora Academy? Okay. Alright, got some more anime here. Got Char B1Biz 35. Heavy tank. Aurora Girls High School has a Char B1Biz found by Hippo team in Yukari in a pond during the next search of the Urai's long lost tank. So this isn't a real tank. This is a fictional tank. Okay, got it. I didn't know they had tanks in high school anime. Okay, got the father of multi-turreted tanks. Wow. Is the back like exhaust pipes or those are guns? Okay, got the Vickers A1E1, a multi-turreted tank that was designed during the interwar. Its design influence on the Soviet T-100, T-35, and T-28, and a British medium and cruiser tank. It was built in 26. Never used. Wow. Okay, as usual, got Putin. The Progrev T. That's just a. What the hell? I think that's real because I think I remember seeing something like that. Minesweeping tank. I think that's real. T-55 tank chassis with a MiG-15 jet engine installed on it, and it is used to sweep away mines in Afghanistan during the Cold War in 1980. Wow, that one's huge. A mine-sweeping tank. So I guess it absorbed explosions or something. Ooh, got the Fiat 2000, 1917. One of the largest designs during World War I. The first tank to have rotating turret mounted above the hull, capable of an average speed of 4 kilometers an hour, which means it was extremely slow. Extremely slow. Okay, this is something I know wasn't. No, it hadn't been built. That don't look ugly. The Delahaye's tank, 1918. Delahaye 1918 patent tank used the patented triangular caterpillar wheels, making it suitable for movement over very rough terrain. Got it. I guess that was used. Okay, 1944. I do remember seeing a tank like this. Okay, it looked like it's two-turreted. T-31 demolition, developed on the M4A3 chassis, but with a much heavier turret and huge firepower. The tank was also fitted with a E12R3 periscope flamethrower. Wow. 1944. Okay, got a Nazi tank. Wow. Whoa. 1974. Oh, it's not Nazi. It's German, but not Nazi. Okay. The VT-12 got the Versatzträger 1-2, meaning test beds, or experiment carrier, was German prototype twin gun turretless main battle tanks. Yeah, to still be building an army after that. I'm just sitting there quiet because I know it's long. Alright, AT-7, 1943. Conceived as an assault breakthrough tank, this design was completed by 10th of June, 1943. No complete prototype was built. Voice crack there. Okay. A few turrets. Okay, it looked like an 8-man tank. what? 2021 T-72 turtle tank. No way it's built like that, bro. In late 2021, Russia began welding metal cages over the turrets of its tank in an attempt to protect them from Ukraine drone attacks. Okay, this is during the war. That's very dumb, but okay. It's not like it's gonna make much of a difference because it's a little bit metal. Okay. 1935 is a very big tank. Only 5 turret in production. Often called a land battleship, was the only 5-turret heavy tank in the world to reach production. 61 were built. A very large tank. I see what, 2 turrets? 3 maybe? 1959, Object 279, low 4-track. Oh, it's a 4-track. Object 279 featured a low 4-track engine mounted on longitudinal beams. These solutions provided high crossing capacity and survivability. Okay. Ooh, that look weird. Like it's just a giant truck. 1932, SU-14-2. This is during World War II. Interesting. Developed from 1932 through 1937. Only 2 prototypes modernized in 1940. No mass production. Often known as the school bus due to its shape. It does look like a school bus. But why was it never used? It's very large. Doesn't look like it would have got destroyed that easily. Wow, what the hell? Largest operational tank ever made. Oh, it was made. That looks, oh, 1921. But it does look familiar. Also known as the, it's a Char 2C, also known as the FCM 2C, is a French heavy tank. Later also seen as a super heavy tank developed during World War I. 10 were built. Should have kept using it. Jeez, trying to look weird, but I'm pretty sure it was used. The old game, Tog, 1941, Tog 2. Tog 2 is a prototype super heavy tank designed in 1940 by the Special Vehicle Development Committee. Tog 2 prototype can be seen at the Tank Museum. Why was it never used? Okay, just a big shell. Got it. 1916. Ansaldo Torrinelli. Got it. Like many early tank projects, the modern ideas of tank shapes and layouts had not been fully realized, leading to a period of genuine innovation. Just like a giant turtle. Like what? 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10 people was in that tank just shooting. Maybe 9, yeah, 10 people, 11 people, 1 driving. Is there more? Let me find out if there's more. Wow, there's more. Okay. Alright, so 2-sided. Okay, got the Soviet Union 1933 T-39, which are with a rather ridiculous 4 turrets and up to 90 millimeters of armor. The tank was even more powerful than the KV-1, KV-2 that would follow it 6 years later. The question is, was it used? You got the 1916 Flying Elephant. The Flying Elephant, a proposed super heavy tank planned but never built by the British during World War I, armed with a 57mm forward firing gun and 6 machine guns. Why was it never used? Huh. What? Okay, that's weird. You don't got tailpipe, or whatever that joint is in the back. 1916 Foster battle tank. At the front, under the armored machine gun cupola, hangs a full-width 2-inch armored plate of hinges, which protects the front of the tracks. Looks like it couldn't have been driven. How weird it is. It's like, oh, the guns was in front. I seen this crap. Medieval tank. Or Mendeleev tank. 1911. A proposed early tank designed by the naval engineer Vasily Mendeleev, son of Russian scientist Dmitry Mendeleev, who created the modern periodic table. Oh, periodic table. Top secret. Oh Lord, here we go. Let me find us another Tesla tank. Can y'all stop? Is that Putin too? What the? Alright. So this occupies what? 20 to 30 plus people on it? What? Bro. Like, that's like 2 person per turret. It's like 40 people in that dang tank. I'm jazzing it, but still. Alright, shout out to Amazing Viz with this amazing video as usual. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe down below. It's your boy blkfinesse. We are out.